What's up guys, today I have my video covering Kengan Omega Rihito up against the Kengan Ashura Annihilation tournament and going over how he would go in each of the fights. My goal for 2020 was to reach 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube, so be a mad lad and subscribe alongside these other cool things. Now, enjoy the video. As we know, over the 2 years since the end of Ashura, Rihito has been training with the god Kuroki Gensai, the winner of the Kengan Ashura Annihilation tournament. His age in Kengan Omega is 28, with him gaining around 7 kilograms from Ashura, with him being 109 kilograms. So far in Omega, Rihito's had 2 fights, 1 win and 1 loss. His first fight was against Mochinchi Robinson, the person who was crippled by Kurei Ryan in the Kengan Ashura Annihilation tournament. It was stated that this was Robinson's first return after going through rehab and getting all his energy back, but he still wasn't at his peak that he was in the tournament, showing that Rihito, with his new training, he was able to defeat Robinson about 50 to 55% difficulty. It wasn't too hard of a fight for Rihito in my opinion. So Rihito went from low tier in Kengan Ashura to pretty high mid-tier in my opinion. He improved a great amount. And then his second fight was against Falcon in the Kengan vs Purgatory tournament, where he faced Falcon in the second round and was defeated super high 99% difficulty. And he could argue the main reason he lost was due to Falcon's poison toe making him weak near the end of the fight, and that this toe was the main reason Rihito lost during their fight. During his fight with Falcon, we got to see everything that he had improved on since Ashura. As we know, in Ashura, could be argued one of the stupidest fighters and doesn't really use his brain while fighting, as shown in Ashura. While in Omega, he was kind of trying to be like his master Kuroki in the way he fights. He was up against Falcon, which is an opponent that excels at one-fight battles against someone, with people that don't see his skills, with his misdirection and all his weird fighting styles, with him really excelling at fighting people for the first time but then getting destroyed if he was to fight them again, or fighting against people who've already seen his fighting style pretty much. And Rihito was actually able to work out Falcon's misdirection about halfway through the fight, which was pretty impressive, showing how much he improved since Ashura, which was a great deal. I'll talk about his power and abilities now. So as we know, his most powerful technique, the Razor's Edge. As we know, the superhuman, he was born with the ability to have superhuman pinch grip. Using this immense pinch grip strength on top of his, naturally incredible physical powers, he's able to tear through flesh, bone and even armor just like a razor, just destroy them. It could be considered one of the most powerful techniques in the series due to his genetic gift with this ability. And pretty much apart from that, all his physical attributes have just been improved since Ashura. So speed, endurance, strength, tactics, everything regarding that has been immensely improved. So as a whole, an all-around better fighter than what he was in Ashura. And now for the remainder of the video, I'm going to be doing all the what if battles, and for today's video I'm going to do it in a different format. The audio may be a little bit different when I transition to the new format, but let me know down in the comments whether you enjoy this new format for these videos. I'll explain the tier list I have here now. So at the top, Rihito L, so Rihito loses. This is for his opponent to win around 0 to 50% difficulty, so they pretty much stomp Rihito. Rihito loses 51 to 99% difficulty. He loses, but it's a more difficult fight. Draw or either way, so it could be like 99.99%, who knows. This is for Rihito's win, high difficulty win, and Rihito stomp easily destroys them. So Adam, let's have a look. Adam, this is all the Ashura fighters Rihito is going to be fighting. So Omega Rihito against all Ashura fighters and their power in Ashura, of course. So Adam, where would I put Adam? I'm arguing between, I think Rihito does win, but it's definitely between the 51 and that scale. I'd probably say around 55% difficulty, Rihito is able to get that win, so relatively easy. Justice Boy, I don't think Justice Boy loses to Rihito, but I do think it's going to be very high difficulty, and I do think it'll be around 80% to maybe 85% difficulty. I think Rihito at this point in Omega is a little bit below Ashura Justice Boy. Bando, I don't think Rihito can really do too much to Bando. He didn't show the ability to dodge the type of attacks Bando was throwing out with against Hatsumi and all that. So yeah, I don't think Rihito is able to win there. He may be able to win, but for now I'm just going to put it in Rihito's L around like 80%. It may take a while for Bando to fully finishing him. Copy Dude, Copy dude, I'll probably argue Rihito wins like maybe 40%, maybe even lower. So yeah, down there, quite trashy. Up next we have Cosmo. I'll do later round Cosmos when he, you know, perfected his foresight more. I think Rihito gets rolled, you know, the zone, everything regarding that is just too powerful. Rihito will get choked out quite easily, especially later rounds. Cosmo became one of the best foresight users in the series. Next is Galang. Galang in the same boat, but I may even argue he wins around 50% difficulty. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. I'll probably argue around 55% difficulty. Galang's able to defeat Rihito. We have Gozo. So Gozo, a little bit of an underrated character. We do know he got destroyed by Wakatsuki, but you know, it's Wakatsuki, an absolutely tanky beast of a human. And, you know, world's fastest flying knee, I do consider him mid-tier as well, up with Rihito. So with that, I do think Rihito wins, but I do think it could be in the 70s to maybe even 80% difficulty range. That'll be a very interesting fight to see. Next we have Hanafusa. Hanafusa, as we know, Poison will be able to get a dub against anyone, so you can't really include Poison hacks and everything regarding that. But I don't think Poison Dude will be able to beat Rihito. He lost against Bando. Bando doesn't have really any tactics whatsoever. I had a little bit of tactics, but not as tactical as Omega Rihito was. So yeah, I think Rihito wins. Like 65% difficulty, I'll say. Fat Boy, Kono, where would he go? He could go maybe draw either way, but based on the way he was fighting in Ashura, not very the smartest fighter. I think Rihito, with his new tactics and everything regarding that, will be able to work out his weakness, attack the knees, be able to eventually get him. And of course the Razor's Edge, which is a very powerful technique, will be able to do a quite amount of damage to any character on this list. So yeah, I think Rihito wins about, I'll say 50 to maybe 70% difficulty rate, somewhere around there. We have Hassad and Himura on this list. So Hassad, as we know, got destroyed by a bodyguard, but he may be quite powerful, has pretty decent technique, so I'll put him in this range now, about 50% difficulty. Rihito's able to win, maybe 55 I'll say for now. Himura, I'm going to put it as draw or either way, because as we know in his Canada fight, he was caught off guard, wasn't really trying, got kind of bodied by Canada in their fight, but he was, you know, shown to be a lot stronger later on, so I do think it could go either way, so I'll leave that there for now. Inaba, I do think Rihito will be able to work out how to deal with Inaba. Maybe his, you know, grip strength is able to cut Inaba's hair or something like that, that'd be pretty cool. But I'll just leave it at like the 55 to 60% difficulty rate. No way, Jerry Tyson just rolls Rihito. Like, it's not even fair how much Jerry Tyson just stomps him. Like, Jesus. Same with Julius. Julius is an absolute monster. You know, Razor's Edge may be able to do a little bit damage to him, but I don't think it's going to get through. Like, remember, he didn't really get through Falcon with the Razor's Edge in this fight. That was mainly due to Falcon's speed and kind of not really taking the full onslaught of the attack, but Rihito is just way too chunky to get really damaged by a blast core like that. Canada has the foresight, but how is he really going to take out someone like Rihito? You know, Rihito is a big chunky boy in the Mega, 109 kilograms. I don't think he's going to really do anything, and you know, one Razor's Edge, this dude will be dead. So yeah, probably the 70 to maybe 80% difficulty range, who knows. Kano Gito, way too versatile, be able to work out a tactics to deal with Rihito quite easily. Kano stomps all the mid-tier fighters in Ashura, and that's what I place Rihito in Omega at currently. Ooh, Fisherman dude. Fisherman actually is quite powerful. He was compared to Adam when it comes to raw physical strength, and to Sora when it comes to balance, so I'm actually going to put him in either way. He may be near the top tier when it comes to underrated first round losers and something like that. So that's, yeah, I'm gonna put him in either way for now, honestly. Yeah. What do we have here? Is that Sora? Oh no, that's Sora down here. That's Kyozan. So Kyozan, another big chunky boy. I'll put this in either way as well. I honestly think his, you know, thickness, how big he is, how powerful and how fast he is at times will be a very big issue for Omega Rihito, but I do think Rihito could win and Kyozan could win, so I'll put that in the either way tier for now. I want to put him above both of those for now. I won't order everything, but I just want to order, you know, some little things. Kuroki in Ashura still stomps Omega Rihito, it's simple as that. Put him at the front like that. Yeah, I may order some of it near the end. Kiryu Setuna, I do think he wins maybe 65 to 75% difficulty. So around that range, I do think Kiryu wins. Oh, maybe, should I order this up? I'll order this up. Okay, who cares? Yeah, probably just leave it like that for now. Meguro probably loses, but he does have pretty decent strength. If Rihito gets taken to the ground, he may be in some trouble. A dude can kill people with judo throws, but I do think Rihito will be able to deal with him relatively easy, maybe 60% difficulty. So Robinson, this is a more prime Robinson, and a Robinson I think is stronger than what the one Rihito fought in Omega. So with that, I'm going to put it either way. He's not coming back from a meant-to-be-dead injury that he received from Kuro Ryan in the Annihilation tournament. So prime, full-powered Robinson, I do think could go either way. But if anything, I'll be slightly putting it in Rihito's advantage. But for now, I'm going to put it there, honestly. Mutaba, way too tactical. We'll be able to work out Rihito's fire style and counter him quite easily. He's able to counter Wakasuki, who is a lot more experience and all that. So yeah, he's probably maybe the 70%, maybe 65% range in my opinion. Nezu, can't really say anything about him, just absolute trash. Oma, this is Memories Returned Oma. Oma probably stomps Omega Rihito, still just way too versatile with all his techniques, everything Nick just tolerated. Insane speed, insane power. This, yeah, I don't think Rihito from Omega can touch Memories Returned Oma. Okubo, so Okubo in my opinion is the king of the mid-tier fighters, pretty much the top one of the first round losers in my opinion. So I may put him in Rihito takes an L, or could go either way. For now, I'm going to put him at the top of either way, because Omega Rihito did show quite a bit of, you know, tactics, which he hasn't really shown in Ashura, and that may be able to work out Okubo. And Okubo isn't really tanky, as shown taken out by one attack by Kano Gito, so yeah. Kure Ryan, I do think he wins around 70% difficulty, just way too durable. As we saw when he was fighting all the Guardians, it just tanks everything, and Rihito will be the exact same. He may do some bit of damage to him, but honestly the removal just solidifies his dub. So we have Ray. He already, you know, practiced against a ninja, so you may have a little bit of an advantage against Ray, but I do think Ray ends up winning like 70% difficulty, 65% difficulty. He won't be too hard of a fight in my opinion. Nikado Ren, I'll probably put him in the losing bracket, probably 85% difficulty. Rihito wins for this, so yep, I'll put Rihito at the end. Sora, I do think Rihito from Omega roll Sora like 50-55% difficulty, around that range in my opinion. Sorpang is, I believe, up here, probably the bottom of the high difficulty, maybe like 85 to 90% difficulty rate, but I do think Sorpang defeats him. Similar scenario for Segabahashi. The interesting thing for this is he will actually tank his Razor's Edge, and I don't know how much damage that will do to someone like Segabahashi. That'll be very interesting to see, but yeah, I do think Segabahashi is worthy of this spot here. Hatsumi-sen probably wins pretty low difficulty. Does Aikido counter Razor's Edge? Maybe, but I'm going to probably put him at the top of this. Rihito loses like 60 to maybe 65% difficulty for now. Wakasuki, way too powerful, punches straight through Rihito, does some insane damage and just bodies him. And yeah, that's the tier list here. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord if you have not already. And yep, that's it guys. Peace.